Hello everybody, today we are going to play with our DOT time. Tubious of the Tubious, the best YouTube subscribers on the planet. That's you. And I'm 50 plus. So we have 3 hours and 15 minutes of remaining drive time, and we have 159 miles to get to our final. So we definitely have enough DOT time to get there. So why are we parked? Why is my truck not running? Why am I not burning fuel? And there's a good reason for that. And it is in front of us is a lot of red. Right now it is 4:45, and we got to go through San Antonio, and it slows down quite a bit. If it slows us down enough, we could be short on time. So what I'm gonna do, and I'm about 24 hours early, okay? And I'm just going to our Laredo terminal, and then I'm gonna drop this load. The load's going into Mexico, so I'm not taking it to Mexico. So, you know, we either drop it at the yard or take it to a like a consignee that then transports it across the border. So, but I'm like I said, 24 hours early anyways. But what I'm gonna do to save my DOT time, to make sure I get there and not let that traffic possibly hinder me, meaning I would run out of DOT time before I got to the yard, I'm going to do a split sleeper. I'm going to do a 7-3 split sleeper. What that means is I'm going to go to the sleeper for 3 hours. After 3 hours, I'm going to get DOT time back. This is going to basically stop my clock. Okay, and then I'll drive on out there, because by then the traffic will be gone, and I'll get to the terminal, and then I'll go back to the sleeper, and I'll have to stay in the sleeper for 7 hours to complete the 10-hour sleeper berth before I get a new fresh clock to work with. Okay, so let's take a look. All right guys, at the top there, 3 hours and 12 minutes is what we got. Okay, all right. I pushed on duty instead of off duty, but anyways, the first thing we're gonna do is, see, we drove only 380 miles today. First thing you're gonna do is push that wheel pair and check that box. Now it's checked. Okay, it's checked, and as you can see, my time changed up there. You saw that? Now it says 3:25. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is change and go to the sleeper. Now we're in the sleeper berth. Okay, see that? I know I was wiggling around. You might have missed a little bit of that, but we're gonna stay in the sleeper berth until that right there says 3 hours. And then what we were concerned about is what we get up here after that break. Okay, so let's let 3 hours expire, and then we're gonna come back and take a look at that. All right, man. As you can see, it's dark now because it's been 3 hours. See, 3 hours and 2 minutes in the sleeper, and we got 3 hours and 11 minutes to run. Okay, so I'm gonna run, and I gotta run 159 miles, and I can do that easy in 3 hours and 11 minutes, easy, okay? So, we're gonna run. I'm gonna get back with you guys once I get parked at the yard, and then we're gonna finish. We only spent 3 hours and 3 minutes in the sleeper, so we're gonna have to run. I mean, we have to sleep for another 7 hours to complete the sleeper. And then we're gonna look right here again and see what we're gonna get, okay? Let's take a look real quick at the summary. Okay, that's what we're looking at right now. So we're gonna take a mental shot, write that down, back up the video, whatever, and see where those numbers at, okay? See that 8 hour break? So I got 8 hours, okay? That's what, because of the split. But what you're gonna do, you're only gonna get back what you left. 4 hours and 15 minutes on the 11, and we left 3 hours and 11 minutes on the 14. That's what we got back. But after we take that 7, all of them gonna be full except the 70. Okay? So I'll explain that again to you tomorrow morning once we finish that 7. Okay, there's gonna be a little dot in the middle, sorry. What I want you to see is we've driven down to 5 minutes. You see that? And right now I'm on duty for my pre-trip. And what we're gonna do, you see it's still dark. I'm at the yard now. Okay, so we gotta complete the 7 hours. Remember, we did 3, and now we have to do 7. So in the morning, we're gonna see what this number is after 7 hours, okay? After 7 hours in a sleeper. So I'm about to go to sleeper berth right now, and sleeper, and right there, 0 minutes so far, because we just did it, right? Okay, so now let's go to sleep for 7 hours. All right, guys, I'm trying to hold this with the flashlight is not on the screen. We're at 6 hours and 59 minutes right now. What we want to do is when that rolls over to 7 hours in the sleeper berth, we want to see what happens. Boom, look at that. 7 hours right here in the sleeper, and look. So let's look at the summary, and we got 8 hours. We got 11 hours. 8 hours and 10 minutes. And on the 14, 10 hours and 11 minutes. Okay, so that's what happens. That's basically what we use to get here. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is stay in the sleeper until it shows 10 hours in the sleeper. Okay, we got that time, because remember, this load ain't even supposed to be here for like another 14 hours or something. So let's see what happens in 3 hours. Okay, guys, look, we're at 9:59. I'm gonna change screens here. Come on, go away. It's giving me a load. Okay, so now, we missed it. It did it. See, we're already full. Remember the last time it wasn't full over there? You know, at the complete 10 hours, it filled the clock up. That 27 hours is what I have left on the 70. Okay, so 8 hours is the amount of time that you can drive without taking a break. Okay, 11 hours is how many hours you can actually work in a day. And 14 is the amount of time, it's the amount of hours in the day that you can use that 14, okay? So once you start that 14, it's gonna start clicking, and you have 14 hours to complete 11 hours of work. That's how that works, okay? So hang in there, I'm gonna get right back with you and we'll chat some more. All right, everybody. I hope you can get a little bit out of that video. DOT time is a little difficult to grasp until you are actually doing it, okay? And once you start doing it, you know, the normal procedures you would do day to day is pretty simple, okay? Split sleeper is not something that you're going to do very often, and it can be confusing. But, you know, you kind of saw me go through it. It's not too terribly bad, but I only use that when I'm going to gain a lot back, okay? And that turn, you saw me use it to avoid traffic. And it worked out. And I won't do it unless I know it's going to work out. But again, it does take some getting used to. So if you can avoid split sleeper, then, you know, don't do it. Okay. You remember, when you have 14 hours to perform 11 hours of work, that means you have 3 hours of time in there where you can take breaks and that sort of thing. And it does not count against your drive time or work hours. Okay. The other clock is an 8-hour clock, and that 8-hour clock means that you can work 8 consecutive hours before you have to take a break. That break is 30 minutes. Now that the new DOT time, the way they monitor it is you can take your break on duty, which means I can go on duty for fueling. And if I was like a whole lot of drivers do, they take 30 minutes to fuel a truck at the fuel island, then that would actually qualify as my break. Don't do that, by the way. Get your ass out the goddamn fuel island. Fuel up in your truck and then get out of the way. Those of you who know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you got something out of it. Until I see you again, delivered undistracted. And here's your boop. Boop.